Hi guys, this is your streamer Carlos. In today's video, I'm gonna give you my review of night 2 of WrestleMania 41. So here we go, guys. I loved it. And hated it at the same time. And I'll get to why I hated it here in a little bit. But now I'm gonna go backwards. I'm going to go backwards regarding the match card, night 2 match card. So the first match that I want to talk about is, of course, the Women's Tag Team Championships. The Women's Tag Team Championship title match between Liv Mommy, Fake Mommy, or Unreal Mommy Morgan, and her bodyguard and best friend who eventually Liv Morgan will betray this calendar year of 2025 to 2026. Raquel Rodriguez. So here we go, guys, and then we're going against Lyra Valkyria and a mystery partner after Bailey, her original partner, was attacked backstage at night 1. So, with that being said, Lyra came out first, and her mystery partner that she had to find a mystery partner within 24 hours. It was the man Becky Lynch, Rebecca Quinn, Seth freaking Ron's wife. Rebecca Quinn Lynch, or Rebecca Quinn her real name, her real last name, her real Rebecca middle name, Rebecca Quinn something, or I should scratch that, Rebecca Quinn Lopez, or Becky Lynch as we know her. So the match was great. Liv Morgan was shocked. I think she peed her pants, and she deserved to be shocked. And you know what? She needs to be. And you know what, guys? She needs her hair out to be pulled out by her root, and she needs to be bald like The Rock. She needs to be scalped, not scalped, like literally scalped metaphorically, and shaved. She needs to suffer the laughter of all of us, and her hair needs to be cut off. We need to have a title versus hair match. But anyway, the match was great. Becky came out looking like the man, and at the end of the match, Becky gave fake mommy Liv Morgan a manhandle slam, which is Becky's version of the rock bottom. So with that, Becky went into the cover. And for the 1, 2, 3, and at that time we had new tag team champions, but that wasn't only it. Lyra had two belts in her possession. So Lyra at that time was Lyra Two Belts. Now let's go to the Women's World Heavyweight Championship match between the EST of WWE, the real mommy, and Dominic's real mommy, real mommy, and real on-screen wife. Yes, real on-screen wife. Real on-screen wife, Mommy Ripley versus Io Sky. And let me tell you guys, this match, I stole at one point. It was my favorite match, the one that I thought would steal the night. But it came close. And finally, Asuka proved that she shouldn't have been ignored by Bianca and Mommy Ripley. And she showed them. And she was the first timer and first Japanese superstar to defend her title at WrestleMania and retain it. But I believe for Backlash, which we are starting on the road to Backlash, we will have a rematch between Mommy Ripley and Io Sky, because Io Sky did not cover Mommy Ripley for the 1-2-3. She covered the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, Mrs. Ford, Montez Ford. Then we have after this match, we have Drew McIntyre. I love to be in a skirt. I love to be in a kilt skirt, and I might be a girl down there, if you know what I mean, guys. Drew McIntyre versus El Campeón. Damian Priest in a Sin City street fight. And let me tell you guys, that Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest proved something. That even in Las Vegas, which is called beautifully nicknamed Sin City, you can get extreme in Sin City. And finally, at least for the moment, Drew McIntyre proved that he was that down there, at least for the moment, he proved that he was he's a man, because I believe that down there, deep down in his heart, he knows that he's a girl. He knows that he's a little chicken, a little Scottish, long and wavy haired chicken. Meanwhile, Damian Priest, even though he lost to Drew McIntyre at the end of the match, he proved to me that yes, he was the champion. That he's the king of Mafunga, of Sin City Mafunga. Even though he lost, he can reach the top again and become World Heavyweight Champion or WWE Undisputed Champion. Then we had 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 let's see, Randy Orton versus the mystery opponent. And the mystery opponent of Randy Orton because it was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens, but as we know, or as some of you might not know, Kevin Owens was diagnosed with a broken neck. So he would be missing WrestleMania 41. So Randy Orton last Friday begged Nick James Aldis. Yes, Nick Aldis, aka Nick James Aldis, meaning what I mean by that, because he's married to Mickey James. That's why I call him Nick James Aldis for a replacement match at WrestleMania 41, and Randy Orton got it by getting the surprise of his life, and by us too. The surprise opponent for Randy Orton was Joe Hendry, the man that we believe in TNA, and world champion of TNA, Joe Hendry, and it was quick. It was quick. Randy Orton hit Joe Hendry with the three most toxic letters in the WWE: RKO. And for the 20th time, Randy Orton, the Viper, the Venomous Viper, Snake, had a victory in his 20th appearance at WrestleMania. Then we had the dog face dope Braun, my new boyfriend, my new date, my new bromance, Seth Rollins, Drew Braun Breaker was defending his Intercontinental Championship against three men. Dominic, I want to be I have on my face an adult film star mustache on my face, and I love it versus his Judgment Day group bro Finn Balor, and of course Pentagon Cero Miedo in a fatal four-way. So the match was great. Carlito, another bro of Finn Balor, and an adult mustache man, an adult film mustache little boy, Dominic Mysterio. little 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 boy, Carlito was speared by the genetic dope, and obviously romantically involved with Seth freaking Rollins and his walrus, his new acquired walrus, Polly dangerously. I just peed my. I want to pee my pants. Paul Heyman. But before that, he was spearing Carlito through a table. And guys, the match was great. Penta, who was about to win with a Mexican taco destroyer. Yes, a Mexican destroyer. Almost had the match won. But in a fatal four, you have to have that eyes on the back of your head, or in Penta's case, eyes behind your mask, and eventually, in a twisted tragedy, but it also funny. Finn Balor leaped off the top rope, off the turnbuckle, gave his coup de grace to the ribs of the genetic dope, and again, romantically involved with Seth freaking Rollins and his new acquired walrus. Paul, I want to pee my pants, and I crap my pants, and I'm not a good representation of what is good in New York for people. I'm not a good representation of what it means to be a New Yorker. Paul Heyman onto his rings, but as Finn went for the cover, his little boy bro of the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio gave him the frog splash and covered him. So now we have a little boy with facial hair that has a mustache that I believe should be enough that has to be considered an adult film mustache, and plus we have his fake mommy, his unreal mommy, his replacement girlfriend, replacement wife for a wife, live happily together with at the time with Dominic winning his first singles title by himself. But I believe that this upcoming calendar year of 2025 to 2026, we will see the cracks opening between the Judgment Day regarding Finn Balor and his little boy bro Dominic show up, and eventually Finn Balor will show up, will become his alter ego, the demon the demon Finn Balor. With that being said, now let's go to AJ Styles versus that fake wrestler, that no good, no blood and sweat and tears of a wrestler, so-called wrestler, Logan, oh my God, I want my mommy, Logan Paul. And let me tell you guys, the match was pretty great. The match was awesome. But Logan eventually won, which I'm very upset about, as you can tell. Thanks to carrying a ponytail cross, and thanks to the interference of carrying ponytail cross, Logan gave the phenomenal one, I am, AJ Styles, with his titanium little knuckle, little fist. And then after hitting the phenomenal one, I am, AJ Styles in the face with his titanium little punch, punch like a girl, punch like a girl, guy. And no offense to my girl fans or viewers, girl fans. Then Logan Paul hit AJ with his polarizer, and then the 1, 2, and 3. Then the 1, 2, and 3. Then we have the main event. Then we have the main event of night 2 for the Undisputed Championship. Cody, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, defending his Undisputed Championship against the receding hairline of John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Who has John Cena has his face shoved up the Rock's that baldy man of a betrayer for Hollywood, of all of us that went to Hollywood in his prime, up the pockets of that baldy betrayer and maybe deeper, if you know what I mean. And tragically for all of us, John Cena, that receding hairline of a man, won his 17th title. Thanks to Travis Scott. Yes, Travis. Even though you were wearing gear from the guy that is crazier than anyone that I have seen, or that I loved, the alter ego, the third the third alter ego of Mick Foley, Cactus Jack. Thanks to you, Travis Scott. You ruined. You have killed the WWE Championship. And you know what, John Cena? You know what? From Newsbury, Mass. You know what? You receding hairline of a wrestler from Newsbury, Mass. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed that I used to love you. That we all loved you. And I bet you that Boston, that the city that you originated in, is embarrassed of you. Especially you becoming a twin of that bald man that you have your face shoved in his pocket with money, with green gold money, and maybe deeper, if you know what I mean, guys. And eventually you're going to become a bald virgin, a bald Bostonian, just like the final dopey head, final cue ball of WWE, or bald head of WWE, The Rock. And I hope that Randy Orton, yes, Randy Orton, hits you with 100 RKOs, and you eventually you will retire. And retire, which I'm grateful for what you have done for 20 years, or for 25 years, but the way that you betrayed us, and you betrayed our love for you, was inexcusable. You have your face, and perhaps some other body, and perhaps not only your face, but all the rest of your body shoved up the final boss's pocket, and maybe deeper again. Maybe deeper, if you know what I mean. And you know what? Your Canadian wife is pretty. But I have a bone to pick with you. Regarding Nikki Garcia, aka Nikki Bella. You have said outside the ring that you are now prepared to have kids. Now you are prepared to have kids in the future with your Canadian wife, which I'm very, very, very glad for you and happy for you. But seriously, Nikki was begging you. She pleaded with you. She asked you if you wanted kids, and you said no and you had a perfect reason at the time. But my point is that reasoning is kind of hypocritical of you. Even though it was a good reason, that was hypocritical of you. Coming from you now, because you have changed your mind. But obviously, when Nikki begged you, or when Nikki asked you, do you want to have kids, John, with me in the future? You said no, because kids were a big responsibility. My fans in Canada, and to Mrs. Cena, this might sound a little bit of an insult to my fellow brothers of Canada and to you, Mr. Cena, but I don't want you to take it as an insult. But, well, if you take it as an insult, you can, but I mean this with respect. It had to take someone from the beautiful country of Canada to change your mind. When Nikki, at the time that you loved her, yes, at the time that you loved her, it had to take someone beautiful from Canada to change your mind about having kids, which, again, but do you get what I'm saying? John Cena? What you're saying about changing your mind because of your beautiful wife from the beautiful country of Canada is sounding hypocritical now because in the past when you were in love with Nikki, or so called in love with Nikki, when Nikki asked you if you wanted to have kids, you said no because when she asked you, you said kids were a big responsibility and you didn't have the time. But now that you're officially leaving us for Hollywood. But I'll give you this: at least you didn't betray us. You didn't betray us like your baldy boss, your baldy final bromance of a boss that you have your whole face and all of your body shoved up his pockets and maybe deeper again. Thank you, John Cena, for not betraying us and going to Hollywood in your prime. But the way that you betrayed us and the way that you have joined the dark side, meaning turning heel on all of us, is just insane. And again, the thing that gets me regarding Nikki is that what you told her at the time, even though it was a good reason, it sounds hypocritical. It is now sounding hypocritical of you. So with that being said, guys, John Cena, now we have a receding hairline of a man as our WWE Undisputed Champion. And meanwhile for Cody, I think he's taking a break. He needs time, but time will tell if he will come back the same, or as we knew him, or if he will become an evil American nightmare. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and let me know in the comments if you want to, guys. What did you think about WrestleMania Night 2, and what do you think will happen between the receding hairline of John Cena and Cody Rhodes, and to be more specific, to that receding hairline, and on his road to Backlash St. Louis. And do you think that little bro of a champion that we have now, the Intercontinental Champion, that little bro of and so-called facial adult of a little bro Dominic as our new Intercontinental Champion, do you think someone like Penta or someone else will will destroy and cut his mustache of a champion, and do you think we will have a new Intercontinental champion in the future, in the very close future? So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Remember to leave a like and bye.